Once upon a time, there was a girl named Yara, curious and full of courage. One day, while walking through the forest near her home, she heard rumors about a haunted mansion on top of the hill. Instead of feeling scared, Yara felt excited. I wonder if there's something magical inside, she thought. With her flashlight in hand and a backpack full of cookies, because you never know when you'll get hungry on an adventure, she climbed up to the big mansion. The door creaked as she entered, revealing a dusty room with furniture covered in white sheets. Suddenly, she heard a shy giggle behind her. Startled, Yara turned around quickly and saw something surprising, a small, glowing ghost with a friendly smile. He introduced himself as Popcorn, the most mischievous and playful ghost in the mansion. "No one has visited me in years," said Popcorn, floating around the girl. Soon, the two were running around the mansion, playing hide-and-seek among the old furniture and sliding down the long curtains as if they were slides. Popcorn showed Yara a hall full of magical toys, where balls floated on their own and toy trains ran on the tracks without help. They laughed, danced, and even invented a new game called Ghost Bubble, where they launched enchanted bubbles that burst into a shower of sparkles. When the sun began to set, Yara knew she had to go home. Popcorn looked sad, but she promised to come back for more adventures. "You are my new best friend," said the ghost. They said goodbye with a glowing hug and promises of more laughter. And so, Yara returned home with incredible stories to tell, and a new special friend waiting for more adventures in the mansion.
Once upon a time, on a distant island in the vast ocean, lived Moana with her people. One morning, while exploring the shore, she noticed something sparkling in the sand. As she approached, she found a radiant blue seashell. When she touched it, she felt a magical energy and heard a soft melody in the air. Following the melody, Moana walked to a secret cove hidden by rocks. There, she found an extraordinary being, a mermaid cat. Her tail was covered with shiny multicolored scales, and her fur was as soft as silk. The mermaid cat was curled up on a rock, singing a beautiful song. Moana introduced herself, and the mermaid cat, named Marina, explained that she was lost and couldn't find her way back to her home in the Kingdom of Tides. Determined to help, Moana decided to embark on a new adventure with Marina. Together, they sailed through unknown seas and faced incredible challenges, such as storms and sea creatures. With the help of the ocean, which always watched over Moana, they found clues and unraveled ancient secrets. During the journey, the friendship between Moana and Marina grew strong and unbreakable. Finally, after many quests, they reached the Kingdom of Tides. The place was stunning, with coral palaces and underwater gardens filled with exotic fish and plants. Marina was overjoyed to reunite with her family and friends. To thank Moana, the King of Tides offered her a special gift, a magical pearl that would allow her to call Marina whenever she needed. Moana gratefully accepted and promised to visit her friend whenever she could. Back on her island, Moana continued her adventures with her heart full of wonderful memories. She knew that, wherever she was, the magic of the ocean and Marina's friendship would always be by her side. And thus, the story of Moana and the mermaid cat Marina became a legend told for generations, inspiring everyone to believe in the power of friendship and the magic of the seas. Once upon a time, in a little town full of colorful trees and talking animals, there was an annual event that had everyone buzzing with excitement. It was the Great Wacky Race, a day packed with fun, fantasy, speed, and of course pure silliness. Streets, parks, and even rooftops turned into tracks for the most amazing and out-of-this-world vehicles you could imagine. And when I say vehicles, I'm not talking about boring old cars. No way. There were bathtub on wheels, chariots pulled by kittens, and even a bike made entirely out of bread. Contestants came from far and wide. There was Jonas the Frog, famous for his backflips, Sabina the Owl, who never missed a detail, and Alfredo the Duck, a duck with wings, and a rocket strapped to his back. Everyone showed up, not just to compete, but to laugh their feathers off and most importantly make new friends. Because let's be honest, the Great Wacky Race wasn't really about winning, it was about having the time of your life. The sun was shining bright, and the excitement was in the air. Each racer got to work building their one-of-a-kind vehicles. Jonas decided to create a trampoline car, convinced that bouncing higher would get him to the finish line faster. Sabina had a secret plan involving magical gears and a glitter-shooting horn. And Alfredo? Well, he was busy arguing with his engineering team, which was actually a bunch of rubber duckies, about the perfect rocket angle. When the starting whistle blew, chaos erupted. Jonas's trampoline car bounced so high he ended up stuck in a tree. Sabina, with her magical gears, accidentally flew straight into a field of flowers, which of course she stopped to smell. And Alfredo? Let's just say he pressed the wrong rocket button and ended up spinning in circles like a feathery Ferris wheel. Meanwhile, racers further back in the pack decided teamwork was the way to go. Tito the Badger helped Jonas climb down from the tree. Jonas used his trampoline to launch Sabina back onto the track. And Sabina, with her sharp owl eyes, helped Alfredo fix his rocket. After tons of giggles and mishaps, everyone crossed the finish line together, bouncing, spinning, flying, and laughing all the way. The judge, Old Bart the Snail, declared everyone a winner. Because at the end of the day, what really mattered was the teamwork, the fun, and the friendships they made along the way. Now it's your turn to join the adventure. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and invite your friends to join in on the wacky fun. Who knows? Maybe you'll come up with a crazy vehicle of your own. Let's race into the madness together. Once upon a time, there were two siblings named Lucas and Sophia who lived in a little house near the ocean. They were naturally curious kids, always coming up with new games and exploring every corner of their surroundings. One sunny afternoon, while wandering along the beach, they stumbled upon a glass bottle half buried in the sand. Inside it was an old, weathered piece of paper. It was a map. "Look at this, Sophia. It looks like a real treasure map," Lucas exclaimed, wide-eyed. Sophia took a closer look at the strange drawings and read the words written on the bottom. "Isla Rex, where giants roam." Giants? That sounds like a joke, she said skeptically. What if it means dinosaurs? Lucas said, practically bouncing with excitement. "We have to find out." And just like that, their adventure began. The siblings managed to convince their grandpa to lend them his small boat, the Firefly. At dawn the next day, they set out across the calm sea with the map in hand. The sunrise painted the sky in vibrant hues of orange and pink, and the water sparkled like liquid gold. After a few hours of sailing, they spotted an island surrounded by lush green mountains. There was something magical about the place, almost as if it were alive with secrets waiting to be discovered. When they reached the shore, Lucas pointed to the sand. "Sophia, look. Huge footprints. Something really big must live here." Following the trail, they ventured into the forest. It was like stepping into another world, with towering trees and plants they had never seen before. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed through the woods, freezing them in place. Out of the trees stepped a Triceratops. It was massive, with 3 enormous horns, but its eyes held a gentle curiosity. Sophia, trying to be brave, picked a leafy branch from a bush and offered it to the dinosaur. To her amazement, it accepted the branch and began munching away. "I think it likes you," Lucas said, laughing nervously. The Triceratops turned and started walking slowly, glancing back as if telling them to follow. They decided to trust it and soon arrived at a clearing filled with dinosaurs. There were pterosaurs soaring through the air, velociraptors darting between the trees, and a brachiosaurus munching on the tallest leaves. It was like stepping into a storybook come to life. Amidst all this wonder, they noticed a small dinosaur that seemed upset. It was a young Maiasaura named Tito, and he looked lost and scared. He whimpered and gestured as if trying to explain that he had been separated from his mother. "Don't worry, Tito," Sophia said gently. "We'll help you find her." The journey wasn't easy. At one point they encountered a fearsome T-Rex, towering over them with sharp teeth and a deafening roar. Lucas and Sophia froze in fear, but Lucas quickly came up with a clever idea. He pulled out some colorful fruit from his bag and tossed it far away, hoping to distract the predator. To their relief, the T-Rex followed the fruit, giving them just enough time to escape. After what felt like hours of trekking through the jungle, they finally found Tito's mom in a peaceful valley. The reunion was heartwarming, and the siblings couldn't help but feel a little emotional watching Tito run into his mother's embrace. She looked at Lucas and Sophia with what felt like gratitude and let out a soft roar that echoed like a song through the valley. When it was time to say goodbye, the dinosaurs escorted them back to the beach. Tito, now a dear friend, brought them a special gift. A shimmering crystal that sparkled like starlight. "This place is the most amazing secret we've ever discovered," Lucas said, gazing back at the island as their boat drifted away. Back at their beach, they still felt the thrill of the adventure. They knew no one would believe their story, but it didn't matter. They had the crystal as proof, and more importantly, memories of an incredible journey they would cherish forever. "That was the best adventure ever," Sophia said, hugging her brother. "Who knows what kind of adventure might be next? This is just one of the many incredible stories we have for you. Like, share, and join us for the next tale filled with magic and excitement."